We had been predicting that this surge in silver will blow out, but the net price of silver went ballistic. It's going to be far more earth-shaking than you can imagine in terms of where silver will be. Gold, have to be 8,000 just to match one of these old highs. And we have a different world now. We have a situation where we have the biggest stock market in the history, U.S. market. We have factors in play now that could drive gold well beyond the norm of an eightfold move.
In this video, you'll hear his bold predictions and the urgent signals every investor needs to know before it's too late. Silver is about to do something we've never seen before. Michael Oliver just warned that before the year ends, silver could explode to levels you can't even imagine. Not just a move up, a ballistic surge that rewrites history. And gold? It's not being left behind either. Both metals are setting up for a vertical run that could shock the entire financial world. What makes this moment so critical? Why does Oliver believe we're standing on the edge of the biggest breakout in decades? Let's start the video and stay connected with Michael Olive till the end of the video.
No, I think that there's this debate that Bitcoin's better than gold because it's an alternative currency. Well, now suddenly it's been embraced by government. Okay, so it's really, the question is it really a viable alternative? And first off, I'd love somebody to define to me what is a Bitcoin. No, I mean, seriously, I know what a tulip bulb mania was. At least there were reality of the tulip bulbs, and people bought them for the beauty of their yards and so forth. I can sort of understand that. What's a big, anyway, forget that. The spread relation between Bitcoin and crypto and then gold is breaking down, meaning gold is ascending and only freshly. By the way, we're higher than that chart. That chart's a week or so old there. We're up near 3,800 now. And you can see we just came out of a 5-month corrective pause. So it's fresh, refreshed to go for more. It is not behaving like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is topping. Gold is ascending. And the chart below, by the way, is very unusual because this is a shorter term chart. This is only a 3-month average oscillator. So even if you broke it, it's not all that consequential. But even this, it's refusing to break its structure even after multiple hits. Same kind of addictive behavior occurred back in 79, 80 as gold ascended and went up eightfold. And in
79 to 80 right here.
Yeah. I think we're right now on gold. Well, first off, that move at the top of the page was an eightfold move from its bear low. The bear low occurred in 76, just above 100, and went up to 850. So it was an eightfold multiple move, okay? The chart below is 2001, bear low around 260, 255, I think it was, and to a high in 2011 of nearly 2,000. So it was an eightfold move as well before it topped. And right now we're not even fourfold from our prior bear market low. And yet I hear these headlines from banks and others that saying, wow, it's an off-the-page move by gold. It isn't. We're not even halfway in terms of multiple gain that we had in those two prior bull markets. If gold just matched those two in multiple terms, it'd be $8,500. Okay. You get up there, then we can talk about, well, gold has now matched its two prior bull market peaks in terms of relative gain. And when you do a real valuation of gold relative to the decay in the money in it, because we're measuring here versus a piece of paper that loses value in massive amounts every decade, because it almost doubles in quantity every decade. Gold, have to be 8,000 just to match one of these old highs. Mm-hmm. And we have a different world now. We have a situation where we have the biggest stock market in the history, U.S. market. We have a bond market that's at crisis mode. We have factors in play now that could drive gold well beyond the norm of an eightfold move. My main focus right now is on silver, by the way, not gold. Gold is the mama, and I think it's just beginning its acceleration phase. But I think silver is really the monster that is going to emerge on the upside, and real soon. In fact, it's in the process right now. Mm-hmm. You go to page 5. Okay, go ahead. There's a good chart right there. But go ahead. You were going to ask something, Tom? Yeah. Well, the top chart here is the monthly close of silver divided into the price of gold at that monthly close, going back to 2020. Remember when silver and gold exploded into mid 2020? Gold went from like 1,400 to over 2,000. Silver went from like $15 to 30. Okay, so silver outperformed gold and went from 0.9% of the price of an ounce of gold up to over 1.5% price of gold. And it did it in a matter of, look at how many, 8 or 9 months, much of it occurring in the last 6 months. We've been depressed again since 2021 high. That spread has eroded back down under 1% again, which if you go back 50 years and look, 1% it's been seen before, but every time it has been, it's off the page cheap. So those that's April, May, June, July, August. So May, June, July, August, and September. So the last 5 months, that spread has been advancing, favoring silver. And right now, silver's up more on the year than gold is, by the way, in terms of price. The chart below is a momentum chart of the spread chart. Top chart is simply price versus price. The bottom chart measures that action versus a 10-month moving average. Now, if you look at both charts, you can see a ceiling. For the spread chart, we need to get up to 1.31% to get above that, and you've broken out. Okay, right now, silver's up just below 1.2%. Okay, so it looks like it's got a little way to go. Momentum is closer to its breakout. All it needs is 1.23%. So the momentum chart is closer to a breakout, the red circle, than is the spread chart. Momentum almost always leads price. So you get silver, look at the top chart again, you'll see the red circle there in the middle of nowhere. That's where momentum will break out and say, yep, you're going to break out on the spread as well. Back in 79 to 80, and also in 2010, prior to the surge into the 2011 high on silver, the same thing happened. The spread came up with silver being severely discounted, came up and broke out. And when silver broke out on the spread versus gold, 2 things happened. One, silver outperformed vastly over the next handful of months, but the net price of silver went ballistic. Gold continued up very sharply during the, late 79 to 80. Gold went up big. Silver like doubled it, tripled it even. Right now, I think we're on the cusp of that event, where not only is silver beating gold since April of this year, in fact, year to date, it's beating gold, but you've seen the surge a little bit more, and you're going to break this beast out. And when that spread breaks out, price will go absolutely berserk, is our forecast. We're going to put out a special report this coming weekend, and I'm not going to get into the details about it. We had been predicting that this surge in silver will blow out the 2 prior $50 price highs we saw in 1979, 80. Actually, it got close to 50, not quite. And got up to 50 in 2011. Those highs will come out. I don't have no doubt about the price. They're ridiculous because in real dollar terms, silver, in order to match like the 1980 high, would probably be $200 in real dollar terms, the decay of the dollar. Okay. Once you break that spread out, I expect dramatic acceleration in price. We thought silver might go up into the 60, 70 range before it paused. We're rescinding that view now. We think it's going much higher in the next 3 to 6 months, much of it by end of the year, probably extended into next quarter. And I won't get specific about where, but I think it dramatically higher than the $60, $70 range. So when we go up and take out that 50 level, which I think we're going to do on price, it's going to be far more earth-shaking than you can imagine in terms of where silver will be. Yeah, gold's going to continue up. Remember, it's not even halfway in relative terms to what they did in 1980 and 2011. But silver, I think, could go ballistic. And pause and think about this for just a minute. Gold is way above its 2011 price high. So is copper. It's above right now where it's trading. is above its 2011 price high. Keep going. Right there. Yeah, that chart. This is a logarithmic scale chart of silver monthly closes. So it's a ratio scale. Now, it only shows closes because intra-month back in that 1980 high, you actually got up to $50 would be higher. The high close was like 40 something. So it doesn't show the real high.
Mhm.
Basically, the 1980 surge and the 2011 surge sort of double topped at price at 50, but on a log scale. If we match the log scale, the ratio move that occurred in the final 6 or 7 months of both of those surges, when price during those trends accelerated, silver beat gold handily during that time, broke out versus gold, but also silver's price went parabolic. We could be well over $100, in the first quarter of next year.
So Michael Oliver is clear. Silver could skyrocket beyond imagination before year's end, and gold is climbing right alongside it. These are moves you don't want to miss. If you found this video valuable, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest updates.